Alright everybody, welcome back to another edition here of Friday Night SmackDown. How are you all doing? My name is Dominic, as always behind the commentary table, and we are live and sold out here this evening in Pensacola, Florida, for a match that in my opinion could just steal the show. It is the dangerous rookie and the SmackDown Women's Champion Ronda Rousey, as she is set to take on the talented veteran in Mickie James. Okay, Ronda Rousey coming out here. You can see, okay, no smile on her face. She is frustrated. She is disappointed in her match against Charlotte a few nights ago at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Okay, the match ending in a double countout. Ronda Rousey knowing that that was not a very satisfying ending, as her emotions got the better of her in that match. Both women spilling to the outside, spilling into the crowd, and then Ronda Rousey spilling through a table at the hands of Charlotte. Not only that, Charlotte tapped her outside in the figure eight. So Ronda Rousey, she's pissed off and she wants to show the world, hey, just because I tapped out, that doesn't mean I'm not a badass anymore, as she is set to take on Mickie James, accompanied, of course, by Alexa Bliss. Now, Mickie James, a few weeks ago, lost to Bayley in a highly competitive matchup. However, she did not have the assistance of Alexa Bliss by her side, so perhaps Alexa Bliss will lead Mickie James to a victory, because, of course, those two ladies just love to get involved into each other's matches. And a big win over the SmackDown Women's Champion, well, that could put Mickie James on a higher pedestal, as Mickie James, the woman in the red, takes on the woman in the white on the blue brand. Let's get it started, folks. As, oh, Ronda Rousey immediately out of the gate. Okay, she's pissed off, she's fierce, and she's looking to take out those frustrations here tonight. On a night where we're going to have a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. We're going to have the Mr. Money in the Bank, Daniel Bryan, take on Alexander Wolf. Okay, it's a night of action. As, oh, we're starting off with some action with Mickie James flying off the middle turnbuckle into the DDT on Ronda Rousey. However, Rousey again with the knee right to the stomach. However, the strikes continue as Mickie James connects with a few punches of her own. Oh God, but then another kick by Ronda Rousey. One shot taken down. The former champion, as the current champion, is looking to show the world why she is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Okay, she couldn't defeat Charlotte, but she's looking to defeat Mickie James right now as she throws her across the ring. And right in front of Alexa Bliss, of course. Alexa Bliss keeping a close eye on this one, trying to think of when she can get involved, perhaps. Okay, not uncommon as, oh my God, look at this. Okay, trying to rip the damn arm off as Ronda Rousey using her hand to collide with the back of the skull. However, it seems as though Mickie James is trying to fight back, but Ronda Rousey kicks her off. Oh, and then a right hand for good measure. Okay, the crowd signed a few moments ago saying one tough woman. That could apply to both of these ladies, as Mickie James, oh, showing why she is just that with that forearm shot. However, oh God, oh, wait a second. Ronda Rousey showing off those quick punches before another punch connects to the back of the head. And Mickie James now flies up. High octane action already. And Mickie James feeling it here tonight. However, Ronda Rousey gets up behind her. Oh, and meets her with the forearm strike. As now Ronda Rousey looks to continue the momentum, perhaps very back and forth already. The action so fast-paced, seemingly non-stoppable, as Ronda Rousey stares down at Mickie James. And, oh, come on, really? Well, I mentioned that there were some issues between Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. Wait a second, Mickie James? Mickie James now. 1, 2, 3, and she did it! Mickie James just pinned the champion because of the help of the Queen Charlotte coming out here, distracting Ronda Rousey. Okay, there you see in the replays, okay, very fast-paced action we just saw. And then Mickie James using that speed and agility to her advantage, okay, bending backwards, trying to get the cover successfully on the body of Ronda Rousey, and she got it there as Mickie James just pinned the SmackDown Women's Champion. Ronda Rousey, she is pissed off and furious. However, we gotta move on now to what's going to be happening here tonight. Okay, we're going to be having the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line, and a bit of a rematch from Money in the Bank. The Hardy Boys, they want a shot at their titles once again. And tonight, Eric Young and Killian Dane are looking to dish out some punishment and looking to keep those titles. Well, Drew McIntyre apparently saying, hey, EC3, whenever you do decide to show up to SmackDown, just know that I'll be waiting in the parking lot. Okay, well, the WWE Champion, of course, retaining his belt after the shocking debut of Jackson Riker attacking Drew McIntyre, slamming him through the announce table and hitting that choke slam powerbomb over and over again before Drew McIntyre just could not compete in that Falls Count Anywhere matchup. However, this one is not going to be Falls Count Anywhere. It's going to be Alexander Wolf versus Mr. Money in the Bank, Daniel Bryan, okay? Defeating 5 other men. Men like AJ Styles, men like Sheamus, men like Tommaso Ciampa, and so on and so forth, in order to pull down the briefcase and successfully be named once again in his career Mr. Money in the Bank. However, both men had success at that pay-per-view. At Money in the Bank, Alexander helped Sanity to become the said tag team champions of SmackDown. So Alexander Wolf, he's riding a high, gaining those tag titles for Sanity, as Alexander Wolf right now is looking to continue that momentum into a big win over Daniel Bryan. Now, Alexander Wolf is incredibly unpredictable and pretty much unstable, making him almost unstoppable in that ring, okay? Well, Alexander Wolf is looking to use that unpredictable nature to defeat this man, Daniel Bryan. As Bryan makes his way to the ring now, there you see it, the Money in the Bank briefcase. Okay, he defeated, like I mentioned, a whole bunch of men in that Money in the Bank ladder match, okay, being slammed into the solid steel rungs of the ladder over and over again. Okay, Daniel Bryan's heart was on full display at Money in the Bank after crashing into those ladders over and over again. And tonight we're going to be seeing if he is 100% following all those collisions with the solid steel here on SmackDown. Now it's the second match of the evening, and I can't be more excited for this one. As you see, of course, Killian Dane and Eric Young getting ready for their tag team main event as we get up here. And Alexander Wolf flies up into the face with that running dropkick immediately out of the gate, going after Daniel Bryan now as the punch to the stomach connects. As now, oh wait a second, looking to send Daniel Bryan flying with that belly to belly. Okay, Alexander Wolf, okay, he's got the speed, he's got the power, okay, you never really know what you're going to get when you're facing a man like Alexander Wolf, a man who doesn't really come in with a game plan. All he knows is that he wants to win and dish out some punishment as he throws Daniel Bryan down to the ground. However, he moves out of the way. Oh! And now back and forth, reversing each other here. And Bryan Throws Alexander Wolf across the ring. Oh, jumps up into the drop kick now. And continues the momentum with the second one there. The boots colliding with the face of Alexander Wolf. Oh, so, speaking of which, another boot colliding there with the kick to the head. As Alexander Wolf looking to grab Daniel Bryan, but Daniel Bryan fights out of it with the elbow strike and then a punch. And Daniel Bryan now looking to show the world why he could become WWE Champion and why he could be a top player on SmackDown. As Daniel Bryan picks up Wolf, kicks him in the back, but Wolf reverses, gets out of the way. Oh, and once again, Daniel Bryan is now the man that gets out of the way, but Wolf just couldn't get out of that one. Okay, discus forearm shot connecting as Alexander Wolf grabs Bryan, throws him into the corner. What does he have in mind? Not too sure. Picking him up. Oh, and tossing him directly into the corner, and that did not look pretty, not one bit. Alexander Wolf flailing around the ring. And now you can see those shots flailing with the head and back of Daniel Bryan as Bryan now, oh wait a second, gets thrown over the top rope. Alexander Wolf has him. No, he doesn't. Daniel Bryan fires back with a shot of his own. Goes up to the top turnbuckle. Oh, but Wolf had him scouted. Catching him on that top turnbuckle. What in the world are we about to see? Not too sure. Oh, tosses him across the ring. Connecting there. Alexander Wolf with the cover. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count after tossing Daniel Bryan off the top all the way to the other side of the ring. As Daniel Bryan, he's still trying to fight. He's still trying to get into this one. Alexander Wolf getting up. Daniel Bryan on the middle turnbuckle. What does he have here? No, he misses, crashing and burning. Moving out of the way of the dropkick. And Alexander Wolf, now he isn't done though. Oh, he's picking him up. He's picking him up. You're not going to like this. That's Sanity Driver driving him into the mat. And the cover again by Wolf. 1, 2. No, and again, only a 2 count. Alexander Wolf thinking, what is it going to take to defeat Daniel Bryan as another leaping elbow connects as Bryan, goes for a running elbow of his own. Oh my god. Oh god, but he gets grabbed and slammed down by Alexander Wolf, dropping him on the back of his neck. That did not look pretty at all. As Alexander Wolf here, 1/3 of SmackDown's leading faction, some could say. Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan grabbing him now. And now he's got him in the yes-lock. He's got him in the yes-lock, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, he's wrenching on him. He's wrenching and he taps. Out of nowhere, getting up, hitting him with the yes-lock. Daniel Bryan here tonight just showed the world why he is Mr. Money in the Bank here on Friday nights. It's Daniel Bryan with the victory. However, Alexander Wolf, he hit him with pretty much everything he had. Okay, tossing him into the corner, tossing him off the top rope, hitting him with that Sanity Driver. But in the end, it was Alexander Wolf who drove his hand into the mat over and over again, begging for forgiveness, having to tap out to that man right there, the leader of the Yes Movement, Mr. Money in the Bank himself, Daniel Bryan. And look at that, look at the sea of people joining in with him. Yes, yesing his way to victory. Daniel Bryan having a surge of momentum following Money in the Bank. And speaking of what happened at Money in the Bank, Drew McIntyre, there you see him backstage. He's angry, he's furious, he's waiting for the WWE Champion, EC3. As, wait a second, something else seems to be happening backstage as well. Well, it seems as though the women's division is looking to replicate the tag division, as next week we're seeing another Money in the Bank rematch. It's going to be Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship next week. Well, I'm all for that, just like I'm all for this one, because right now, it's not about titles, it's about seeing which one of these two men deserve a top spot on SmackDown. It's going to be this man, Kevin Owens, versus Robert Roode. Now, Kevin Owens, he's coming in very frustrated. He's very angry. He defeated the current Mr. Money in the Bank, Daniel Bryan, at Backlash just a few short months ago. However, he never really got a shot at being in that Money in the Bank ladder match. And tonight, he wants to get his frustrations out. He wants to take them out on somebody. And he's looking to take them out on Robert Roode. As there you see Kevin Owens. Okay, he's not coming out here to entertain in the slightest. He's coming out here to beat the hell out of somebody every chance he can. Okay, he defeated Daniel Bryan a few times. Okay, injuring the man. Beating him via countout after powerbombing him onto the apron. That's how savage Kevin Owens is. However, Robert Roode, on the other hand, he wants to take out his frustrations. He wants a victory because he has been losing quite a bit lately. Starting at WrestleMania with his Intercontinental Championship, or so I say, his former Intercontinental Championship, losing to Braun Strowman. He then later on decided, hey, I want my championship back. And well, let's just say Robert Roode is not the man coming out here with the title now, is it? Now, both men, of course, indie darlings before making their way to the WWE, but in completely different ways. Okay, Kevin Owens gained the hatred of the fans because he's just so dangerous, so savage in that ring that he would just keep injuring fan favorites left, right, and center. However, Bobby Roode, or now Robert Roode, gained the hatred of these fans through his cocky attitude. So we're going to see right now if Robert Roode really deserves that cocky attitude as he faces off against a dangerous man known as Kevin Owens, the prize fighter. And here we go. We're kicking off this fight right now with a cheap shot by Robert Roode, countered into a cheap shot. Oh, by Kevin Owens. Oh, God, and then he just crushes the stomach there of Robert Roode. And oh, God, it looks like he's not done here. Owens connecting again, crushing him there off the middle turnbuckle. But Robert Roode tries to get up, goes for the spear, and gets countered by Owens. And now, oh, God, not again. Owens catching him. Oh, dropping him on his knee before colliding again with the senton. And there you see Kevin Owens, ladies and gentlemen, staring down at Robert Roode, his opponent, saying, come on, this is the best you can do. Okay, this is SmackDown. This is where the big stars play. As, oh, Robert Roode with a shot to the back of the skull, saying, fine, you want to fight? That's exactly what you're getting. However, Kevin Owens decides to bring the fight once again with the strike combination before a knee collides with the lower spine of Robert Roode as Kevin Owens stares out towards the crowd. He's taking on a former general manager, a former world champion in Robert Roode, as Owens connects there, lifting him up off the ground before taking him down onto the mat as Robert Roode, there you see, with the elbow shot by Kevin Owens. However, Owens gets countered, gets caught with the kick to the leg as Robert Roode, oh, gets caught with a kick by Kevin Owens, this time to the gut, bouncing him off the ropes, ducks underneath, and once again showing off the strength of the prize fighter. And now goes for, it looked like a running European uppercut perhaps. However, that collision did not take because Robert Roode moved out of the way. But now it's Kevin Owens who's been moving out of the way there. Tosses him into the corner, hits him with the punches over and over again. And Kevin Owens now looking to, continue the momentum. Okay, Robert Roode not looking too good. Kevin Owens pretty much having an answer for everything Robert Roode throws at him as Owens throws him up, slams him down with the pop-up powerbomb, and it's over. 2, 3, and just like that, Kevin Owens absolutely dominated Robert Roode. My God, Robert Roode didn't even hit him at all, really, okay? He probably hit him maybe with 1 or 2 good shots. However, it was Kevin Owens, that man right there, that got the job done. He got the victory out the pop-up powerbomb, and it seems as though he's also got a microphone in his hand. What does Kevin Owens have to say here tonight? Well, Kevin Owens making it short and sweet. Owens actually... Does he have a death wish? I mean, Rusev attacked Braun Strowman to make his presence known, but no, it seems as though Kevin Owens is just saying, I want to fight. And that's exactly what he's going to get. He wants the Intercontinental Championship. However, next week, we're going to be getting one half of the bar. Sheamus following the loss at Money in the Bank, of course, not really his own fault. Of course, the Undisputed Era attacking him over and over again before the match even started. Sheamus is going to be in action next week. There you see Drew McIntyre once again backstage. Well, it seems as though Drew McIntyre has just made a friend. Daniel Bryan has just decided to join him backstage as we get into our main event of the evening. Of course, Drew McIntyre is still waiting for the WWE Champion EC3 to make his presence known, to come to Friday Night SmackDown. As right now, we're not talking about the WWE Championship, we're talking about the SmackDown Tag Team Titles. It's the Hardy Boys, the former champions, as they want their revenge. They want those titles back, and they don't want to wait till a pay-per-view. They want it right now. It's going to be Matt and Jeff taking on Sanity. Now, of course, both teams fought each other at Money in the Bank. However, there is a difference between this match and that one. Because as you see, Alexander Wolf was teaming up with Killian Dane. However, Wolf already had a match earlier on. So tonight, Jeff and Matt are going to be taking on Killian Dane and the leader of Sanity, Eric Young. And since it is typically Wolf and Dane doing the tag team work, perhaps having Eric Young competing in tag team action could lead to interesting results. Now, how did we get here? Well, it all started pretty much with Sanity, okay? This time, about a month ago, Sanity defeated the Hardys. Okay, in tag team action, they just won. It wasn't for the titles. It was just an exhibition, and Sanity won. Following the match, Sanity went on to attack the Hardy Boys, further damaging their opponents at Money in the Bank before they even knew that they were going to be their opponents at Money in the Bank. Eric Young, he spewed out this description of destruction for the SmackDown division, for the SmackDown roster. And it seems as though Eric Young, now that he's gained those tag team championships for the unit known as Sanity, well, it looks like that destruction is only going to continue right now. Will Eric Young and Killian Dane work as well as Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane? Or will those destruction gospels, those chaos-filled speeches by Eric Young not come to fruition and the Hardy Boys retain their championships? We're going to find that out right now. It's all for the World Tag Team Titles, the SmackDown Tag Team Titles, as Killian Dane on the left, the big man, teaming up with the leader, the brilliant, and the chaotic Eric Young to take on the broken Matt Hardy and his brother, the charismatic enigma, Jeff. And there you see him, the big gold belts That's what it's all about here on SmackDown in the Tag Team Division. Of course, we saw it earlier in the evening. We saw the announcement. Oh, as Ronda Rousey is taking on Charlotte for her SmackDown Women's title next week. However, right now is our main event of the evening. Let's get into it. In a discus clothesline connects by the big man Killian Dane on Jeff Hardy. Killian Dane like a one-man wrecking crew. Oh, God. Almost a tank in that ring with that boot to the stomach staring down at Jeff Hardy. One of the now challengers for the SmackDown Tag Team Titles. Of course, they won those championships at WrestleMania in a TLC matchup, defeating the Bludgeon Brothers, and it looks like they're going to have another large task ahead of them, trying to defeat Sanity. And no, only a 1 count. Now, Sanity, they are 2-0 against the Hardy Boys. Oh, as a running dropkick connects. And Sanity, since they are 2-0 over the Hardy Boys, they're looking to continue that streak. However, Jeff pushes Killian Dane off, and Dane, oh, wait a second, getting pushed into the corner. However, Killian Dane using that brute strength to throw him into the corner before throwing him again, this time across the ring. Killian Dane, this massive beast of a man, showing off that raw power as Jeff Hardy gets picked up now by Killian Dane, and Jeff is stunned. He doesn't know what to do. Okay, Killian Dane, look to be moving him towards the corner with Eric Young perhaps. However, Jeff Hardy fights back, and he's trying to fight back with those strikes. However, Killian Dane, the big man, just won't go down. However, oh God, with the reverse atomic drop, he does. As Jeff Hardy now, since he's got Killian Dane down, he doesn't seem to be looking too good. He's looking to continue the momentum now, trying to build it up. As he tags in Matt Hardy now, tag team offense perhaps. Going after the arm. Okay, with the double axe handle right to the arm of Killian Dane, because you know if your arms are hurt, then your fists, might not connect properly. Okay, they might have weaker punches. As Matt Hardy, with a punch of his own, the uppercut connecting, and now the forearm strike, and here we go, just the right hands. However, he gets met with the right hand by Killian Dane, and Dane catching him off guard, slamming him down, and then into an elbow there. As now he tags in Eric Young here, the leader of Sanity, following such a brutal powerbomb. And oh man, what a meeting of the minds these two men are. Eric Young and the broken Matt Hardy, the woke and the enlightened. Again, every time I mention it, I still have no idea what to call him. Okay, he calls himself by many monikers. However, right now, he's looking to call himself champion following this one. As Eric Young immediately tossing Matt Hardy back into the corner. And here we go with a kick to the stomach there. The tag team offense again on display. As now Matt Hardy stuck in the corner. Eric Young staring at him now. Matt Hardy trying to fight back. Takes down the big man, and then he hits him with an elbow to the top of the head. However, Dane once again fights back now. Picking him up. Killian Dane like a wall here tonight. And the Hardy Boys just keep colliding into him. They can't necessarily seem to just break him down. And now, oh my God, all the weight of Killian Dane comes crashing down on Matt Hardy. 2. No, and only a 2 count as Jeff saves him, and Eric Young immediately seems to go after Jeff, but then realizes, hey, I don't want to get counted out inside the ring. Okay, I want to see Killian Dane beat the hell out of the Hardy Boys even more, just punishing them for even daring to try to take those titles, as now he could take those titles right now. Matt Hardy, 1, 2, no, and Eric Young now is the man that saves this matchup. As Matt Hardy, he's not having it here. He's going to take down Eric Young. However, Killian Dane with the clothesline before Eric Young's fist collide with Matt Hardy. Of course, both teams fighting at Money in the Bank, but Eric Young, he did not have to fight at that pay-per-view. He did not fight at the event, as Killian Dane slams down Matt Hardy. So Eric Young, the fresher man of the two, but Killian Dane seems to be taking this one almost by himself throughout this entire matchup. As now, there you see Killian Dane just choking the life out of Matt Hardy. However, Matt Hardy, oh wait a second, kicks him in the stomach, twist of fate. The twist of fate connects. The twist of fate. 1, 2, it's over. No, and Killian Dane somehow kicks out. Oh my God, Killian Dane somehow kicks out, and that twist of fate might have just led the Hardy Boys on their way to victory. As Jeff goes up top, but Killian Dane gets up. Oh God! And then he moves out of the way of the drop kick off the top turnbuckle. As Killian Dane, here we go, pummeling shots into the stomach of Jeff. And oh, wait a second, looks like we're going to be getting a repeat. Ulster plantation as he plants him into the ground. 2, 3, and oh God, it seems as though Eric Young, I believe, stopped Matt Hardy, okay, pushing him to the side, not allowing him to get the breakup there. And in the end, Matt Hardy, because of the help of Eric Young, realizing that he needs to make sure Matt Hardy doesn't even attempt to break up that cover. Well, that's the reason Sanity retained their championships. And there you see, bam! Jeff Hardy getting slammed down into the mats, just like an angel falling from heaven, as these two men, all they bring to SmackDown is the destruction of hell. They are the tag team champions, Alexander Wolf, Eric Young, and Killian Dane. As backstage, there you see once again Drew McIntyre and Daniel Bryan. Seems as though those two men have bonded. Okay, getting a whiskey. Oh, wait a second. It seems as though the only thing bonding right now backstage are Jackson Riker and Daniel Bryan, as Drew McIntyre colliding with the fists of EC3. However, there you see McIntyre and EC3, the two men that have been feuding since WrestleMania Battle Now. Oh God, and a big boot there by Riker. As Drew and EC3 battle in the corridor, while Daniel Bryan is just getting pummeled by Jackson Riker with the steel chair over and over again. Well, they've been waiting all night. However, it seems as though the crafty EC3 and Jackson Riker picked the correct moment to attack Daniel Bryan and Drew McIntyre backstage with those steel chairs. As EC3, the champion, what does he have in mind? Not too sure. Grabbing Drew. Wait a second, this doesn't look too good. Throws him into the waiting arms of Jackson Riker with that chokeslam powerbomb again. And it seems as though EC3 has found himself a permanent bodyguard, perhaps, in Jackson Riker. And after the punishment dealt on both Daniel Bryan and Drew McIntyre, well, it seems as though he made the right choice. As those two men seem to be leaving here tonight, we must conclude this episode of SmackDown. Chaos is running throughout the blood of the blue brand.